What's going on? Welcome back to the Deco Stop. I am over here at Vortex Springs doing some scuba diving training, working on my side mount certification. As you can see, we got our tank set down on the ground. So this place was founded by Denzel Dockery, went by Doc in his day. He's also the inventor of the diver down flag, ex-Navy experiment diver. Pretty cool history on Doc if you guys want to look him up, look this area up. But I also wanted to just show you guys around that this whole place is like a diving training mecca. They got a sunken boat down there for you guys to check out. They have a cave training system that's like made out of ceramic. So if you're doing cave training, you can get into an overhead environment, run some lines and do all that stuff. And then they have like different teaching platforms down here where you see that buoy right over there where you can get down, get your students down, do some skills training. And they got like a basketball hoop with a bowling ball, a whole heck of a lot of fish, and it's super clear, especially if you get here first thing in the morning. The water is crystal clear. I don't know if you can see those pipes right there in the ground. That filtration system kind of keeps all that algae and kind of pumps it out once it gets nasty in the water. So even if it does get bad, give it 20 or 30 minutes once everybody's out. So if you're diving in the afternoon, you pretty much get this place all to yourself, and it's crazy clear in the afternoon too. With my technical certification, I got LP 108s on my back, and those freaking things are heavy. So I'm excited at the prospect of just having these little aluminum 80s on my side. Maybe go up to some LP 85s, I don't know. I'm gonna do some video underwater, show you guys some stuff. If you guys are new here, you've never been to Vortex Springs, come out here and check it out. All right, let's get in the water.
So you gotta roll on.
Well, welcome back to Below the Surface. So, Vortex Springs. This place is pretty awesome. It's just right off of I-10 if you guys are in the Northwest Panhandle area. It gets pretty crowded in the summertime, like I said, but the diving area is for divers only. You won't see a lot of swimmers over on our side. And the water temperature, it's always a constant 68 degrees. So this is the chimney, it leads down into the cavern and then back into the cave. And the Grim Reaper sign is right around the corner. So right here, my instructor is telling me that my tanks are getting a little bit buoyant and that I need to move them to my next D-ring. Just something you gotta do in side mount when you're diving with aluminum tanks. So Jeff Loflin, he is a PADI instructor, TDI instructor. This course that we're doing right now, the side mount, is the PADI Sidemount Course. Jeff actually helped write the book and write the course. So he's a pretty big name when it comes to side mount diving, cave diving, and that whole technical community. So we kind of lucked out getting into one of his classes. But I'll leave all of his information in the description so that you guys can get in touch with him too if you're in this area and you want to get side mount certified or cavern certified or cave certified. And he's got cave courses that he does in the Dominican Republic. So that's pretty cool. All right, so here's the boat. Now, one of the things that we had to work on was our backwards finning technique. And it's not as easy as it sounds. Spending quite a bit of time to try to figure it out. I don't know if you guys saw that free diver, but here he comes, popping out while Jeff's about to demonstrate the backwards kick. So Jeff makes it look super easy. Straightens his legs out, moves them a little bit, comes back up, bends them, straightens them back out, and starts getting that backward momentum. And there's that free diver again. But back to Vortex. So this is a sunken boat. It's pretty cool down there. Like you see, free divers get to swim through it. And then right behind me is the cave training system, which I'll show you guys here in a little bit. But now that we're done with that, Jeff wants to do some valve drills. So we're going to run through that for a second. Now the difference between side mount and back mount, when you're doing valve drills, with side mount you can actually look down at your regulators and see what's going on. Back mount, do a flow test where you're a 50-50 chance that you're setting off the right one. Side mount, a little bit easier, right in front of your face. So Jeff's demonstrating the skill, and then Chris is going to go through and do the skill. And now here we are doing some long hose air sharing. And that structure that's right to the right of me, that's that cave training system. Which is really cool because it's got a lot of cutouts, so if you're in there and you find out that you have an issue with your gear, you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning to get out. You go through one of those cutouts and you got the surface right there. So that's pretty cool, especially for the guys that are doing cave training. This is right behind the cave trainer, going back into the swimming area. And it's a really cool area to see the benefits of side mount and to test our finning technique, because it's only like 3 feet deep. As you can see, Jeff in front of me, he's not touching the bottom. He's not up on the surface. His frog kick is at a good 45-degree angle and not stirring up any silt. And the same could be said for the rest of us. We're not stirring up any silt. You can't see it in my camera because, of course, it's pointing forward. We all did pretty good. And it's a really good area to test out that skill. About to go back up onto the surface. Jeff's going to say a few words, and then we'll get back down to it.
As a good side mount diver, a good test is we're in 3 feet of water.
Yeah.
You're not on the surface and you're not on the bottom, and we're all hovering and nobody's silting out the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the key. I like to come in a shallow water, because if you could maintain a foot off the bottom in 3 feet of water and swim, you have that inverted flutter or frog,
Yeah.
and you're swimming around and you're not silting out, you're doing a good job. We want to kind of skirt over there to the shallow area. And let's go back. Who wants to lead?
I'll leave that.
Lead, you got that. Once you lead, I'm going to pick up the rear, let you guys in front so I can watch it.
Yeah.
What I want you to do is let's go all the way to our concrete platform where we shot the bags.
Yep.
All right. So let's go all the way back there. Once we all get there, do a circle, and then go ahead and shoot a bag again like you did last time. Try my way.
Yeah.
All right. And then as soon as you shoot it, you tie it off. Let's do 3 minutes at 15 feet and we'll be done.
Okay.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Good.
All right. Here we go.
So Vortex Springs itself costs $25 to go scuba diving if you're a military veteran. I don't know what it is otherwise. It's just what I pay to come in. It's almost a full-service scuba shop. They have a little store on site. They do air fills. I don't know if they do nitrox or not, but I know when we come out here, we get our air filled. The air fill price isn't that bad. I think we paid like $8 a tank. And then they have gear if you have something that breaks or if you need to replace something. They got quite a few things in there. They got a big campground, so if you come up for the weekend, they have places for campers, tents. Definitely a place to check out if you're ever in the Northwest Florida area and you just want to go scuba diving. Or if you just want to work on some skills, it's a really good place for that too. There's that basketball hoop I was telling you about. That's pretty cool. I don't know what happened to the bowling ball. It was there the last time I was at Vortex. I didn't see it today, but I'm sure it's down there somewhere. I'll also put my link to my Facebook page, the Deco Stop. So if you guys want to follow that, I do a lot more updates, like just personal updates on that page. Let you guys know where I'm diving, where I'm going. And then I'll make a video about it. I also have a few affiliate links down there. So if you guys are looking for equipment and what I dive with, I got links down there too. Buy it from there, and I get a little bit of a kickback, make more videos. But more importantly, buy it from your dive shop first. Because without our dive shops, well, we all know what happens after that. It'd be pretty tough to go diving if we don't have dive shops. So use them first. But if you like the convenience of Amazon, check out my links. Either way. That little thing you just saw on the left, that's the diving bell. I don't recommend going down there and breathing out of it because it's not pumped with any other air except for other people's carbon dioxide that they're breathing out. So probably not the best thing to go breathe. And here's one of those pads that I was talking about. You see a lot of students down here on their knees learning how to not scuba dive, I guess. But when we're about to shoot our bags, I like to come over to that rope and just practice backing up. And while I'm on my safety stop, it's probably a good time to practice some of those skills as well. So right here I'm trying a new way of blowing up my surface marker buoy. I normally just take my regulator out, blow in that little valve. But Jeff wanted us to try just using the exhaust from our regulator to blow it up. Keeps us from having to remove our regulator altogether. Definitely a skill that you got to keep practicing. If you don't shoot an SMB for a while, the idea and the methods can get away from you. So that's my tip. Make sure you guys shoot a bag every once in a while. You never know when you need it. Well, now that our bags are shot and we're doing our 3-minute safety stop, right before we go back up to the surface, if you guys like this content, if you like Vortex Springs, check out this video of me diving in the Red Sea. It's pretty awesome, and we get to see some pretty cool stuff on this video. You don't want to miss it. So click that link above, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like and subscribe.